everybody. It is Wind Down Wednesday with Black Women Love Football. And
Hey.
it's me and Star tonight. It's hot,
Yeah.
y'all. It's hot. Everybody should be on here today. It's too hot to be outside. Hey, Donna. Hey, Shaq, Big Shaq. We got Stacy. Hey, Stacy in the place. Stacy Evans. Hey, Stace. But you know what? Star. Everybody left us. We got Stacy, who's getting things ready for the Nationals. Okay,
Okay.
I'll pass. I'll give her a pass. Um, the last time I saw
Matt.
Nikki, she was riding through a storm. She was riding through a storm.
Oh,
And then and then Mal just came back from a trip, so we're gonna let her recuperate. Hey
yep, yep.
Jamie, we're gonna let her recuperate. And then we got hey Tina Childs, they all jumping on now.
Hey,
And
y'all.
then yeah, so everybody left us, so it's me and you tonight.
We got it. We got it. We got it.
I know we got this, but I'm gonna turn it over to you. What's going on?
Um, well, we just had our Cowboys Unity thing in Atlanta, which was very successful. We just had all the Cowboy clubs get together and we had a really good time this weekend. Talked to some of the ladies about joining the ones that was not in the group. They're a part of the group
Really?
now.
Okay.
Also, we have nationals coming up. Any updates, anything that you need to get out to these ladies that's on their way? Are y'all
Well,
packing?
let's see. I know
What
their emails went out
emails went out?
with the itinerary, so they're even more excited now.
Yep.
So
Okay.
everything is drawing to the day of. And
Okay.
we just put out a video in our chat group, the private chat group, about who's gonna because on Saturday night, y'all get this on Saturday night, ladies, is who's the queen fan. So
Ooh,
who's the best dressed fan? We're gonna have first place, second place, and then the queen.
I
Yes,
can't
so
wait to
we're
see those
excited.
photos. Ooh,
Uh-huh. So we're excited about that. And actually, next week on the show, we're gonna have those that are speaking and those that are doing the all the things at nationals and heading up the things and the clinics and things like that. They're gonna be on next week with Stacy. So I'm
okay.
excited about that. And we're excited.
Yeah,
Our second one, definitely we worked out some more kinks. I believe every year it'll get bigger and better.
of
And
course.
we'll work out more kinks. Hey DC girl for L. Hey
Okay.
crazy T.
Great. How y'all
But I
doing?
know we got some great guests on tonight. I'm gonna let V. We're gonna be talking about football and fandom tonight.
Yep.
How it pertains not only to our group, but how it's done around the NFL and what makes a good fan, what makes a bad fan, how can I be a better fan? So we got a lot of questions going on, but we got some experts, let's say tonight. Hey Shantae, but you talk about that, Star.
Okay. Yo, so we have a few people that's gonna come on tonight. A couple of surprises, of course. You guys know I am a Dallas Cowboy fan, so those are the connections that I know anything about.
Oh boy.
Tonight we do have the fan of the year that represented the Dallas Cowboys in 2022, Mr. James Wright. He is definitely, if anybody Cowboy fans, you know him. He is awesome, very, very, very humble young man, and we're just honored to have him with us here tonight, so he could tell us about how it feels to be nominated for this award and to be the winner of being a fan of the year. So he's on. Hey, Mr. Wright, how you doing, Mr. Suit Man?
How's everybody doing? I'm doing real well.
Thank you for
We
joining.
doing good, Mr. Wright. V, let me bring on our other guest, introduce her, and then we'll go back to Mr. Wright. This way everybody could be in the studio. How about that?
Okay, so alongside of Mr. Wright is another Dallas Cowboy, but she is the one of the ultimate fans. She is none other than the mother of Michael Parsons, who is number 11 on the Dallas Cowboys team currently.
Woo, thank you for being
So we
here.
have Miss Cherise Parsons with us tonight. She's going to join us for a little bit. She has her grandbabies and she's doing some things, but she said that she would join us for a minute. So we just want to thank her for coming on tonight. and sharing a little time with us. Hey, Cherie.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay. So since she has the shortest time, we're gonna start with her. Then we'll get to James because James like to talk. Cherie told me that today, and they are really good friends. They are really good friends.
Look, Sharice like to talk too while y'all playing.
She likes to talk.
Not nearly as much as you do, James.
So, Cherie, just a couple of questions, and then we're gonna let you go on with your night. First of all, were you a football fan before your son started playing football?
No, I was not a football
Okay.
fan. Um, but the crazy part about it, though, Michael wasn't a football fan either. He just
Really?
played football.
Okay.
Yes, he never had a football team. So, because most when he been playing football since he was 5. So
Okay.
on most of the time on Sundays, he always played football. So he never really got into having a team and stuff like his brother and his dad did. My ex husband and my oldest son, they Dallas Cowboys fans.
Okay. 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 So they were already Dallas Cowboy fans.
Oh
Yeah, so that's
wow.
why they was
So
really
yeah,
excited when Micah became a Cowboy.
right.
Yeah, because
Oh,
Micah,
I
he
was
used to
just getting
like
ready to say that.
players. Yeah, he liked players, and then he only really watched football when the championship games and stuff like that. So he wasn't like one of them ones like every Sunday sitting down trying to watch football and stuff like that. Super Bowl time, like the what is it, national title for the college football. He used to sit down and watch those games, but
okay.
he wasn't like an everyday sit down football every weekend type guy.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So now that he is an NFL player, what is it like for you? What has that changed? Are you now a fan of the game? Have you learned a lot about football, or do you just watch it
Yeah,
because he's your son?
I'm a Cowboy supporter. No, I'm a Cowboy fan slash supporter. Because,
Okay.
unfortunately, if he was to lead the Cowboys, I had to go to a new team.
Right. Right.
But
Yeah.
thank
Right,
God he ain't
right.
going nowhere. He's going to be a
Right.
Cowboy. So until then, I'm a Cowboy fan.
Okay. All right. So, um, with all of that, as far as with Michael, how has that changed? Like your football days on Sunday. So do you go to most of the games, or would you rather watch it at home, kind of quiet, or do you like being around all the other fans at the stadium?
Oh, I'm at the games. I
You
go
at the
to almost
game?
every game. Now, when
Okay.
it's real cold, I'm from Pennsylvania. I don't really like the cold. So if it's like last year, I think, was it last year or the year before when we played Buffalo? No,
Uh-huh.
I wasn't doing that. But But all the other games I go to, then when it's not like too crazy cold.
Okay. Okay.
Since
Yep,
So
I'm
do
there
since our topic
probably
is
about at least 15, 16 games a year for sure.
Okay. So Susan is on with me. She is the CEO of this group, Cherie, and I think I was telling you guys about it
Hey
earlier. We
Susan.
hi,
have a little
Sharita. Nice to
over
meet you, Sharita.
40,000 women on this page of ours, and all of them love football from, Little League to
Woohoo.
the NFL. So we look forward to you joining our page.
I
And
know. I've been a football fan for I guess not fan, football mom, you could say,
right.
for let me see. He's 26, so 20 years.
Okay,
Oh
good.
wow.
Yeah.
You know what, Sharice? When I started this group, I'm a Giants fan. Sorry, y'all. But
Look.
I know, look at Sue man. So, when I started this group, it was really just to have my friends, because I have friends, I have cowboy friends and different friends. And so it was just for us to come together. So we literally only started with like 10 to 15 women. And we're now at 40K.
Oh
But
wow.
the thing is, I thought I was a fan until I saw other people's level of fandom.
Like James.
Yeah, it was crazy to me. And then here I am, the group is growing and we're having meetings and things like that on Zoom. And they're like, they're talking about fan gear. Where's your fan gear? And I'm like, I don't have not one thing. Oh my God, they
Ah,
read,
look,
they
well, at least I
read
got
me.
you beat then. I got you beat. Look, because James be getting on my case because I only wear Dallas Cowboy stuff game day. Because to me, it's game day. That's it. I don't wear
Right.
Cowboy stuff outside of game day. He was like,
Right.
look, you should be wearing it all the time. I'm like, no.
Well, I got red, and then they made me some stuff. They sent me some stuff. They bring me stuff all the time, so I'm grateful. But the level of fan, like, did that surprise you, or did you get any surprises by seeing how people, go all out for this thing?
Yeah, since I've been with Dallas, I've met a lot of fans that be going all out wearing, they stuff all the time and have little cowboy rooms and all this stuff. I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But since my son became a Dallas Cowboy, he's like really fanned out. Everything he do is blue now. I'm like, okay.
Wow. Okay.
What color you want the room? Blue. What color carpet? Blue. What color couch? Blue. I'm like, okay, we just gonna blue it out now.
Right, right. Oh wow. Superman, is that your statue in the back?
That is.
That is.
Okay. You tell me your story. I need to hear all of this.
Yeah, that is his statue.
Wow.
Okay, so I've been a Dallas Cowboys fan forever. By the way, it's biblical. It's biblical. So it's in the Bible that Dallas is God's favorite team. He wrote it 2,000 years ago.
You know what?
So
Big Shaq, you hear this? Where's Big Shaq in my comments? You hear
Look,
this? Go ahead.
hold on.
this is the
Do you
proof.
got? I don't see a Dallas. That's not a Dallas shirt you got on, is it? Oh, okay.
Of
Course,
course,
Cherie. Of course, Cherie.
of course. Yes. So going back to it being biblical. So what sign did the angels tell the wise men to look for to find baby Jesus? Don't worry, I'll wait. I'm just saying.
I'm not even gonna say.
I didn't write it.
You're not gonna catch me in
I did not write that.
Somebody said preach. Stacey said
Yeah, I
preach.
did not write. That was given to me from God. I'm just saying. That was given to me. Yeah,
He's
so
funny.
that part.
Big Shaq
Yeah,
said,
and then
You're wishing upon a star.
yeah,
he said, yeah, said thou should
yes.
not watch the
But
Cowboys
but it's
on
funny
Sunday.
because like when Micah got drafted, right before he got drafted, he kept saying he wanted to come to Dallas after he played in the what was it, the one of his games that for the his
McDonald, All American.
not the McDonald one, the other one, the college game, the Cotton Bowl. Ever since he played in the Cotton Bowl at the stadium, he said that he wanted to come to Dallas. And then they were saying, "Oh, when you wish upon a star, your dreams come true." Because they were saying he was wishing upon a star to become a cowboy. I was like, "Oh wow."
Look, and that came true. Yeah.
Yep,
And
but
he
it came to truth. It happened. So because he kept saying, "I want to go to Dallas. I want to go to Dallas,"
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
and it happened.
That is so awesome.
So
That's awesome.
Superman, how'd you get started? Just
So
tell
it
us how you
started
got
way
started.
back when I was like,
What year was that?
say that again.
Superman? What year was that?
That was in
1975.
1976, 75,
Okay.
around that time.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's been a while. It's been a while. So me and my friends were like big time rivals. He liked the Steelers. So I couldn't like the Steelers because we were rivals at everything. And at that time, there was only a few teams on TV. It was Dallas, Pittsburgh, the Redskins at the time, the Dolphins. Because of where I lived, I was born in Charleston, South Carolina. So I was like, shh. I watched them play. They had on the red, white, and blue helmet for the first time ever. It was the bicentennial year, 1976. They had the red, white, and blue helmet on. They had the star on the side, that white jersey, the uniform. It was the seafoam green pants. So they weren't blue. It was seafoam green because they didn't want the blue and the field to collide. So their pants were seafoam green. And I was like, man, that looks good. So that's how I picked Dallas, because of the uniform.
Oh wow.
Literally.
Seriously? And then you done freaked out in the Cowboys since the uniform?
Yep, seriously. And then that year we happened to win the Super Bowl. So I was like, hey, They're a good team.
Okay.
So how did you get nominated for this award to be the fan of the year? How did you get noticed to even?
Oh, okay. So unfortunately, my wife died in 2021. So when she passed away in 2021, I was going down like a bad spiral. And then when I went to the game in 2021, this guy, his name was Chase Smith. He was walking through the Miller Lite area at the stadium, and his jersey said "Fan of the Year," and I was like, "What makes you the fan of the year?" Like, I think I'm the fan of the year.
Right.
So he's like, "No, man, all I did was I filled out this application and then I got selected." So I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah." So we kept in touch, we exchanged numbers. So Savannah, which was over the Fan of the Year program by Captain Morgan and the Dallas Cowboys, she remembered seeing me at the game and meeting Chase. So the next year, I was sitting on the side of the bed. I was like, "It's 2:00 in the morning. I'm going to fill out this application. What's the worst that could happen? I don't get selected." So I filled it out. And then one day when I was at work, I got an email that said that I could possibly be a nominee for the Fan of the Year. And I was like, holy crap. So I called Chase and he's like, "Nah, man, you won. If you got that email, you won." And lo and behold, I won. They brought the bus to my house.
Oh,
They
wow.
had the cheerleaders, the mascot Rowdy came, and Darren Woodson, he came.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they all came up to my house and knocked on my door because I was sitting in my cowboy room at the time. I was sitting in my cowboy room waiting to be on the podcast because they was like, "Hey, we're going to do a video interview with you." So I'm just sitting in the room waiting. And my best friend kept calling me and she's like, "Hey, you need to answer your front door." I was like, "Marion, I'm getting ready to do a podcast for the Fan of the Year. I'll get the door later. It's no big deal. Like, they'll come back, whoever it is." So she's like, "No, you really need to open your door." So I was like, "If I miss this interview, I'm going to be pissed. Like, I'm going to be mad." So she's like, "No, you won't miss it." So I went down, and when I opened the door, it was Darren Woodson. And I was like, "What? I know who you are." Because he's like, "Hey, James Wright, my name is Darren Woodson. I played for the Dallas Cowboys." I was like, "I know exactly who you are.
Oh, wow.
Why are you at my house?" Kind of like. And so he told me then. I was like, "Oh, yeah." So that was how they told me.
Oh, wow. So when they delivered this big old statue, I remember that because I was watching, and they delivered this to your house. How did that come about? Did a truck come and just leave it one night? But how did you wake up with that?
First was at the
Yeah,
stadium,
so
wasn't it?
when I first won Fan of the Year, they brought Jerry's bus, so I got to ride Jerry's bus. I'm pretty excited about that. So they brought the bus. They told me all the stuff that was going to happen during the year. So when she said Savannah, she said, "Oh, you're going to get a statue." I was like, "I'm getting a statue." I was like, "Oh, that's going to be cool.
No
I could put
way.
like a little statue on my desk. You know, I'll be like, I'll have a little trophy." So the day they gave me the statue, which was December 10th of 2022, she called me and she's like, "Hey, do you want the statue after the presentation ceremony?" I was like, "Heck yeah." She's like, "Well, it's not going to be able to fit in your house." I said, "What do you mean it's not going to be able to fit in my house? You've been to my house. How big is this statue?" She's like, "Oh, it's 11 and a half feet tall." I was like, "What?
Wow.
No way." She's like, "Yeah, it's like 11 and a half feet tall, 3.5 feet wide." I was like, "Oh my gosh." So we went to the stadium, me and my family. We went to the stadium, and as we were pulling up at the stadium, I see the statue, and I'm just like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Oh, wow. So
Crazy.
where is that? At your house right now?
Yeah, it's in my backyard now. It was in my front yard. Yeah, so it's in my backyard, right by my pond.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And what is it made of? Is it plaster? Is it?
It is 3D printed, is what it's made of. So it weighs about 300 pounds. It's 3 pieces. So
that's massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So they did it all 3D printing.
So
yep.
So does every fan, because they have a representative from each team, correct? For Fan of the Year. So does every one of them get the statue, or you was just fortunate enough to get yours?
So the year we won in 2022, we were the only class so far to get statues and we were the only class so far to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. So,
okay.
That's pretty. I love having that claim to fame.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep, and then 6 of us got statues. So it was New York Jets, New York Giants,
Okay.
Los Angeles Rams, and Los Angeles Chargers, and then the Cardinals, and then they picked Dallas. And I was like, yeah, that's great. So only us 6 have statues.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, that is
And each
awesome.
one of us had a statue presentation ceremony. Like the day, like when I got my statue, Captain Morgan came out. They had like Fan of the Year towels. They had Captain Morgan. So they took a picture with me. After they took a picture with me, they got a shot of Captain Morgan, and then they got a towel. So I had a line of like over 500-600 people at the stadium.
wow.
Yeah, it was impressive. It was a really good day.
And you know what? For those of you that do trivia or have games or needed question, that's a trivia question right there.
Mm-hmm.
Who who were the 6 teams that got statues, or that's a trivia question for sure. For sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. So here's another one. There's only 2 people that's had a statue at AT&T Stadium.
Who's that?
Tom Landry.
Who?
And
Tom
yours
Landry?
truly.
Tom Landry and James Wright.
Yep. And James Wright got to see his while he was alive. Tom Landry didn't get to see his.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
That's
okay.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah. And that's excellent to know. I really, really appreciate that.
So Cherie, have you ever been over to Superman's home to see all of his collectibles? He has a home full of
Yes, I did. And then but the sad part about it though, let me tell you. When I went over there, he had all this stuff in his cowboy room, but he had nothing of my kid. He had nothing of my kids.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, see, that's what I said.
He had his mom.
That is not a 100% true statement.
Oh.
So I had 3 Micah Parsons jerseys. Okay. I just didn't have anything hanging on the wall, but I had 3 jerseys.
Okay.
He had jerseys.
So
he had all this. Yeah. You got to send him a picture of this cowboy room. But he had all this stuff in his cowboy room. It's probably about 1,000 pieces of things in this room.
Yeah, I need
nothing
to
to
see
it. I have them. Yep.
You have the pictures?
No. Did you have anything of Micah's hanging in that room?
I did not have anything picture wise, but I had 3 jerseys. 3 jerseys is more than any one picture.
Right.
Yeah, 3 jerseys is more than any one picture.
But he got some stuff now. I made sure he put some stuff in there now.
Oh, okay.
And then he has
she gave me some stuff. So it's in the I sent the video.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent the video.
Okay, we definitely gotta post that. We will be posting that so everybody can see it. But let me ask the both of you. I know, we dress up, we do all the semantics and stuff like that. But what do you believe in your heart it really takes to be a good fan? I honestly, I wouldn't categorize myself as a great fan because I get embarrassed. I get embarrassed by the Giants. They embarrass me. I'm not dressing up. I'm not gonna do this because they're losing. I'm that kind of fan. So what do you really think it takes to be a good fan? Or what are things that good fans do?
I would have to say James is a good fan. When losing, whatever, he's representing the Cowboy. Every time, pretty much 99.9% of the time when you see James, he's wearing something Cowboy. It's a hat, outfit, shoes, socks, underwear, something.
And she's not, I'm going to jump in for a second. She's not kidding because the first time I met him, we were at one of the takeovers and they did like a fashion show. And he came out and he had a suit on, of course, but he started taking his clothes off. And then he got down to the underwear, to the boxes, and they were Cowboys and socks. And everybody
Lord Jesus.
Oh my gosh!
Down to his undies, he had on Dallas Cowboy box.
Well, what I think makes a true fan is you just gotta love your team, no matter what. So I look at it like grandbabies. My grandbabies don't know one thing about their grandfather other than I'm their grandfather, and 90% of them love me. So unconditionally. So I just think the love for your team is what makes you a good fan. There's no, to me, one fan is not bigger than the other. Fans just have more money and more access so they can do more. But just because you have more money than me doesn't make my fanship less because you have more money, or just because you have more access doesn't make my fanship less. I just can't do what you do because of where you're at. But if I could do what you did, then I would. But I just think the love of your team gives you that good fan, or makes you that good fan.
Okay. So now I'm gonna go a little bit deeper, because talking about love of the team, and I think in our group, Superman, it gets crazy. And for the last 2 seasons, we're only 2 years old. And for the last 2 seasons, we've had to actually kick people out for just going too far. Like, where to draw the line. And trying to teach people that there's a difference between saying, you suck or your team suck. There's a difference. There's a big difference. And as Black women, we're trying to keep a level of respect for each other. So we're not trying to be like other groups. You know how you go in other groups, they're cursing each other out, they're calling each other names. We don't tolerate that. They'll get a warning, or if it's just really bad, we'll just kick them out and ban them from the group. So where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line?
So I would say the line, there's no reason to disrespect another team. Because what I found, which I didn't know this until I found this out, that other fans really like their teams. Like, in my mind, I really thought everyone liked Dallas Cowboys. Like, I'm not even playing. I really thought, I'm like, you're really not a Dallas Cowboys fan?
So you was delusional. You was not you.
I thought that was reality. I was like, how could you not like Dallas? Like, so talking to other fans, especially the Fan of the Year nomination, really opened my eyes. Like, I'm like, why would you like Cleveland? Tim is a great guy. He love him to death. And he loves Cleveland. He's been a Cleveland Brown. He was born there. All he knows was Cleveland. And I was like, oh, wow. So people really do like their team. Like, they're not just, and I literally thought people were playing when they said they liked other teams. Like, you don't really like you. There's no way. It's like, there's no way. You really like Dallas. You just don't want to say it.
Right.
So I think when it comes to disrespect, then that's a little bit too. I will never disrespect another team because you like who you like. It's like going out buying a car. You like BMW, you like Mercedes. You're going to buy that car. You're not going to buy something you don't like, unless you're in a spot where you have to buy what you have to buy just to get around. That's something different. But when it comes to disrespect, then that's too much for me. I'm not going to disrespect no other team. I might not like your team, but I'm not going to disrespect you or your team.
Right. Yeah, that's something we dealt with, and we've had to kick people out. We've had to talk to people. But these ladies get passionate, right, Star?
Yeah, they get very passionate about their team.
Yes. So I am very passionate about the Cowboys. Like, if they lose, I do get mad, but I treat it like a relationship. Like, I'm not talking to her right now, but we still together. We just ain't talking.
We still together.
Don't get twisted.
Oh, okay.
I just ain't talking to you right now. Yeah. So after they win, then okay, we good. Everything is lovely.
Okay. Well, me and the Giants are in therapy. I'll say we.
So, James, I know that you've been around the Cowboys franchise for a while. You said you was born in Charleston. I'm from South Carolina myself. I'm from Spartanburg. So when did you move to Texas because of the love of the Cowboys, or how did you get to Texas?
Well, everything I do revolves around Dallas, like literally everything I do. So I was in the Army.
Okay.
When I was retiring from the Army, I had to choose for the first time where I wanted to live.
Okay.
So I was like either Dallas or Indianapolis because I wanted to be in a small but big city with stuff to do. And after I thought about it, I was like, Indianapolis is cold. I said, Dallas has the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm moving to Dallas so I could be by the stadium.
Okay.
So literally, this is why I moved to Dallas, because of the Cowboys.
Wow.
Yeah. And everyone that knows me literally knows that my life revolves around the Dallas Cowboys. So on the game day, if it's a home game, I'm definitely there, unless I can't get out of bed or something like that. Other than that, I'm at the game. If it's an away game, 90% of the time, I'm probably going to be there.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, because I just think we're going to win, and I think everyone likes Dallas, and they really need to,
So before you were a fan of the year, you were already going to the game. Were you a season ticket holder, that type of fan?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. For how many years?
I've been a season ticket. So I retired in 2012. So I became a season ticket holder in 2013. As soon as I retired, me and my buddy got season tickets.
It was on.
It was on. Oh, wow.
Was your wife a Dallas fan?
She was not. She was like Sharice. She was a James Wright supporter. So we actually had matching cowboy suits. I convinced her to get a cowboy suit, and we went dressed alike. Like the best. It was the best, but she didn't like all the attention. So she was like, "Oh no, it's too much. I'm not wearing." And she only wore it the one time. She was like, "It was way too much attention." She was like, "Nope, I can't do that." Because everywhere we went, people were like, "Oh, can we get a picture?" And me, I'm like, if someone wants to take a picture with me, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
She was
and
like,
I swear,
"Oh my God,
that
it's
is
too much."
every game. Look, sometimes I leave James because so many people stop him because he that's why they call him a suit man, because he has all these different cowboy suits that he wears to the game. And I tell him, I said everybody come up and talk to you because you stick out, because you dress up in these cowboy suits from head to toe.
Right. So Sharice, you don't have no paraphernalia, or you just do a hat? Or...
I don't even do a hat. I do a jersey, a shirt, That's it.
That's something. She's low key cowboy. I'm like, so I used to let the cat out of the bag. Like, we'll be in the lobby and people be taking pictures with me. I was like, "Hey, you know who that is?" And they'll be like, "No." I'm like, "That's Micah's mom." They're like, "No way." I'm like, "Yeah, go ask her." So those are his kids right there.
Nice.
Oh,
those are his kids.
Hey, bestie.
Say hi. Say hi, Mimi. That's Micah's daughter. And that's his son, Malcolm.
Oh, wow.
Hey. Hi, Malcolm.
That's my bestie.
Hi.
That is so
sweet. She got her hands full.
Yeah, she's taking them on an outing.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, she was taking them on an outing, and she just gave us some of her time. I thought that was so sweet for her to do.
That was really sweet of her. I really I'm just really grateful that you're on with us tonight, and you and Sharice. That just means a lot to us, because you know what? Like I said, I didn't know how deep the fandom went. I didn't know. Just watching it is like, wow, every year I'm learning something new. I think like Nikki's is some fan thing, and I'm like, whoa, how far does this go? Have you ever been to the Hall of Fame?
Yes, we went to the Hall of Fame. I've been two or three times. Okay. And really great experience.
Okay, so we'll be going as a group in July.
Oh.
So yes, is there anything there that you recommend that we definitely look at or see?
Definitely look at the bus, because there's so many busts that you're going to be like, wow. And it goes all the way back from the beginning of the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
So really? Look at that. And then they had they have a section in there for, because they used to do a fans Hall of Fame, and they have a section in there for the fans Hall of Fame, and then Micah's in the Hall of Fame also.
Oh wow.
He's already in the Hall of Fame. So he's one of 2 players that have recorded double-digit sacks their first 4 seasons in the NFL.
Oh wow.
Yep. Do y'all know who the other one is?
No. And
Reggie White.
Oh, Reggie.
Okay. Look, I'm writing this.
Yep. Yep. So
Supan, Tally Jag Nikki, who is also a member of this group, and normally she's on with us. She's telling us to tell you hello. I don't know. She's not on tonight. She had something going on, but she's the Jaguar fan, and she said,
yes, that's my buddy.
Yeah. She's also a member and an admin of this group.
Right. Yeah. She hangs out with her.
Yeah.
She's a great person. I love her. Every time we get together, we always take a picture. We're like, yeah.
Actually, I made a video tonight of some fans. It's a fan video, and it's of the women, but there's a man in one of them. And who is that man? You.
I think it's me.
Yes. It's you, her, Nikki, and then a Browns girl, Stacy, and a Patriot girl, Mal.
Yeah.
So y'all was on the train or something.
On the bus. Remember today I was talking to you about that? Y'all on the bus.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, who is that? And they're like, he's gonna be on tonight. I'm like, oh, okay.
Awesome.
So what advice can you give someone that wants to just wants to be passionate but not cross the lines of disrespect? Because these new fans are different. They different, Superman. They very different. They want to fight and everything.
Yeah, I would say the best advice I could give someone is just treat people like you would want your child or your mom or your grandmom, someone you care about, how you would want someone else to treat them. They have their right to their own feelings. They can like who they want to like, and it's okay.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you just like who you like, but don't be disrespectful. It's not that serious to be fighting over a team.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's just your team.
Right. We have had people go in people's inboxes threatening them. I've gotten threats in my inbox. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
You would think they was getting a check.
Yeah. And that's the crazy part. They're not even getting the check and they're going that far.
And I'm like, are you serious? Yeah, that blew my mind because I didn't expect that at all. I expected this nice, friendly group. So let me ask you this while I'm asking you a question, and then I'll let Star come in. What when you're around people, right, and they're talking bad about the team, or they're not being fanly, or they're not being, what they should be, an example, especially older people. What do you do? How do you handle that?
All I do is just say okay and keep it moving, because if you strike back, it's going to cause them to strike harder.
Right.
So for me, like whenever I go to Philly, we play Philly the first game of this year. Philly fans were probably
that's gonna be good.
The meanest fans that I've ever crossed in all of the stadiums that I've been to. Yeah. But there are some decent Philly fans, and the decent ones are like, hey, we apologize for that person. We're sorry. So I just keep it moving. I'm not going to fight you. If you like your team that much, that's good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be overly aggressive to where I'm going to fight. It's not that serious to me.
Engaging.
Yeah. Because when I see people get hurt in stadiums and stuff like that, that's so sad for the game.
Yeah,
so
that
sad.
is. Yeah. That is very sad, and it's unfortunate that people go take it that far, but they do, and we have those kind of fans as well, unfortunately. So
we do.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can
kicked out about what? $15 a season. Y'all be acting up in the group. but then we have great ones like V and Star and Stacy and different. There's people I've met that are Cowboy fans that are just remarkable. So it's not about who you like; it's just who you like. Period.
Right.
And it's designed for that. If you're from New York, you should like the Giants. If you're
Or
from
the Jets.
it's designed for that. It just happens so.
Or the Buffalo Bills. It's only
exactly. Or the Jets. So, but I'm just saying it's designed to create the fandom. So why were we fighting? They're designed to take our money, and do this, but they don't. People don't think like that. I don't know.
Right.
So,
and the other thing I tell people is if we all like the same team, like I thought, then who are we going to play against?
Right.
Like, who are you going to play? Who are you going to root against? If everybody likes the same team.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Shereen,
that's the other thing.
How do you handle when you see maybe negative comments about Micah or somebody
or
here while you're at the games? Is that very hard to say? They talking about my baby, but I'm not going to engage in this.
No, she's going to say something.
A fan from motherhood.
Well, person, I mean, people gonna talk about they play, but a lot of times, I read the comments, I be reading them, I mean, sometimes be like, they don't even know what they be talking about, but then it's like, like his play, because like you said, play is a play. People don't understand what the play is; they just assume that they know what the play is. So I don't mind when people be saying stuff like that, but like I told James, it was funny because he was talking about this one guy. I said, "Oh, I don't like him because he." Because he kind of went in on my son's character, and it's like, how can you say what type of person he is if you don't even know him, you never had a conversation with him or anything like that, so you can't attack his integrity or his character or say what type of person he is if you don't know him or never had a relationship with him. So I did get mad with that, and I had responded back to his one post because I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about, first of all.
So you did jump in as mom and say, look, you're not going to say, oh wow.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, I can take a lot, but don't try to insult his character and stuff like that, trying to put out there that he's such a bad person.
Right.
Yeah, and I know they didn't expect that. I didn't expect his mama to come from me.
But we take it, as moms, we take a lot, because like I said, I read the comments when people always say, oh, he slacks off in the end of the season, he's this and he don't do nothing in playoffs and all that stuff. I read it, I just be like, And trust me, the crazy part about it, they say that, but they don't realize that my son, when he plays, he give it 100%. When he lose, he's hot.
Right.
When he lose, he be mad. He be like, "Don't talk to me. I don't feel like being bothered and nothing." So he takes it serious. Because to him, it's not just a game.
Right.
Right. So he puts in 100%. He's trying to win. He's trying to be out there and giving 100%. And when people say that he's not, that makes him mad too. Because he reads the comments too.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember when he was younger, it used to really bother him.
Yeah, I can imagine. You have to grow. You have to grow past that stuff. Just as like somebody talking about you. We got to grow past that stuff. But Superman, this has been a rough year for you guys. How did you keep your spirits up? And I mean, I know you say
James.
I know you say do or die, but come on, dude.
So I was very discouraged last year because I had great expectations as always. So since we wasn't doing as well as we normally did, I canceled a couple of trips because I was like, we ain't playing well. So I don't want to waste that money and go to the game when I know we gonna lose.
Where's the loyalty?
Look at Shereen calling you out. Look at Shereen calling you out.
So, and she said it at the time too. She said it at the time, but I was like, I'm doing this on it's everything I'm doing. I gotta pay for it. So it's not like somebody's helping me and I got an extended budget like some of us in the group. So I was like
one's not wearing number 11, right?
Right. So I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna make these next couple of games because we ain't that good. So that was kind of disheartening. But then at the end of the day, I still had hope that we was going to make the playoffs. And everybody was like, how do you even think? I was like, mathematically, we could still make the playoffs. Mathematically. There was still a chance for us to make the playoffs.
Actually, if we would have beat that when we played, what was it? Joe Burrow's team. What team was that? The
Cincinnati.
Bengals. Yeah,
When
we would have won
Cincinnati
that
beat
game.
us,
We could have made the playoffs. And that's why
yeah,
Mike
we
was
had a
really
terrible
mad.
homestand. And we lost that Cincinnati game at home, and we lost some other home games. And it was just like, I can't believe we're losing at home. So that was an unusual year for us.
Right.
Okay.
Very unusual. So I still had hope, and I was still going, but I got discouraged. I did get discouraged.
Just the home games. Just the home games.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to 4 away games last year, though. I did do 4.
Okay.
Yep, so, I did make 4.
Okay.
It was supposed to be 6, but I was like, I better save that money for next year for my season pass.
So you ready for this year coming up?
Yeah, we've already made most of our flights and most of our arrangements for this year. So I'm locked in for every game except for the last 2, and that's New York Giants, your team, and the Commanders, or whoever they're going to be called this year. The Commanders, the Redskins.
Tony, did you get that? Tony is on here.
Don't make our audience hot. They hot.
Yep. So I haven't made my plans for them too, but I'm thinking Christmas in DC, New Year's in New York. So that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, that'll work. Sharice, somebody asked, Ashley Stacy asked, have you ever been a Steelers fan?
No, my brother is.
Yeah, big time.
Okay. I got one brother that's an Eagles fan. I got one that's a Steelers.
Okay.
Right. So how does that happen at family things with Michael? How does that go? Uncle, because of course the Eagles fan is the division rivalry. So what is that like in y'all's
they be talking trash, but I have to say, when they come to the Cowboy games, except when we go to the Eagle Stadium, they always wear their Micah Parsons gear.
That's awesome.
They do.
That's awesome.
And my brother, I don't know how he be trying to be playing because he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but most of the time he comes to the games, he has on the Micah jersey, I think. Every now and then he might wear something Pittsburgh, but not that often.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
Family over everything.
That's family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what's important. That is what's important.
I like that. So James, how many suits do you actually own?
Oh, that's a good question.
Cowboy suits or suits?
Well, you're a suit man for a reason. So how many suits do you own?
So regular suits, non-cowboy, it's like 85. And then Dallas Cowboy suits, it's like 14. I'm at 14. I'm looking at another one to get made, but I got to get the material. I was telling my seamstress today, I need another suit.
Okay.
So he gonna have about 100 suits.
Lord, if y'all turn around and win a Super Bowl, I can imagine.
Oh my gosh!
Suits out.
You're gonna bring the bell bottoms back or something.
Look, I'm doing it all. When I went to the Super Bowl, oh my gosh, I was doing it all.
Oh wow.
Somebody said, did the uncle pick on Micah too hard when they won the championship?
No, but because we have a little family group chat. So they was in because my nephew, he's a Steelers fan too. So between them two, they was talking mad trash.
Oh.
Somebody
said, we won all this stuff. I'm like, oh, shut up.
Somebody gonna say you're gonna have with the light up bow tie.
Do you have your light up?
We do.
Do you?
He has one. He has one.
Do.
Yeah.
Shoes, everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Look,
I am so glad to have met you. I'm gonna look for you all season.
Look, I'm gonna be there shining like a diamond all season.
Yes, he be lighting everything up. He be lighting it up.
Yep.
No way. So he has, whoever said that, he already has that. You ain't saying nothing but a bird.
Yep. I have a light up tie. I have a light up bow tie. I have a light up vest. I have light up shoes, like 4 pair of light up shoes. Yeah, I got it all.
Yeah,
light up
we got to
hat.
get these pictures. We got to get these pictures in the group.
Yeah, I will. I have him video he sent me, because we haven't got to where we can show him while we're talking, but yes, I have him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Tony says Durant wants Micah to come to Washington in a couple of years. That's not happening.
No.
no, it's too cold.
Yeah, it's cold, and Jerry ain't letting him go.
No, Jerry.
No, it's a wrap. No, Tony, don't even put that on your wish
And
list.
I think after he said he don't got too many years left. So he says too hard on his body.
Oh yeah, it's a lot on your body.
Stacey Evans said, Miss Parsons, tell the lion to hunt prey all season. We are them boys. Okay.
Yes. He was like, you got no problem. Actually, this year he didn't lose weight, but he gained more muscle mass for sure.
Okay.
So,
wow.
he been working hard this all season, trying to be ready.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well,
Yeah, because I looked at it. I said, look like you lost weight. But he said he weighed the same, so he gained some more muscle mass.
He just leaned up some. Okay.
Yeah.
Michael. Yeah. We ready to see him, of course. Superman, I know you and Cherie both. Carolyn Poppins, have you ever met and had, because she's another big fan of the Cowboys, been around that organization for years, a lot of respect from the Jones family and all that. I was honored to meet her and get pictures with her and spend some time with her in Vegas one year. She's such a sweet lady. Any
yeah, so now, when I first came to Dallas in 2009, I happened to see her in the Miller Lite area. We was doing the halftime show for the Thanksgiving Day game. And when I seen her, I ran over. I was like, hey, you're Miss Price. We need to take a picture. So when we took a picture, she was like, hey, baby, I'm going to give you my number and you call me whenever you're in Dallas. I was like, don't give me your number if you really don't want me to call, because you give me your number, I'm calling you, like for real. Like to account. I'm calling you. And she's like, no. Call me whenever you come back. So lo and behold, the following week, I called her and I was like, hey, I'm coming to Dallas. She's like, okay, well, come and see me when you get here. And we became really good friends during that time. And we stayed friends. We would hang out and go to the games. And over the time, I met my wife, and then I had to start spending time with my wife and kind of divide my wife with the Cowboys, and I didn't have any time for other stuff.
Okay.
Love wins.
So she is like the mom of the team. Have you met her also, Ms.
Yeah, everyone in Dallas knows her. She's got that distinct voice. At the stadium, she has her spot.
Right in the same spot. Yeah. Right there where the players come out at. She's right there in that corner.
Yep, that's her spot.
Yes.
No matter what, no matter who comes to the game, that's her spot. They automatically move and put her chair right there in the corner.
Wow.
Look, one time she got in trouble because I think Micah was coming out the tunnel and she grabbed him. And security, they don't play that.
Yeah.
She grabbed his arm when he was walking past.
Stacey said, if Micah leave the boys, I will cry 40 days and 40 nights. And then Stacey from the Browns.
We all will. We all will be crying.
Stacey, you'll be all right.
I think he really wanted to be a Cowboy. He ain't trying to leave.
Right.
Yeah. That's a little boy's dream come true. And that's, for him to be saying that as a little boy and then it happened is amazing.
Right.
Amazing. So I got one more question. We're gonna wrap it up here in a few minutes. But how did you two become friends? How did that happen?
I'm gonna let her tell you.
My brother, because Cynthia, she has she be doing the Cowboy experience. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she in Dallas, she has her Cowboy takeover parties on every game weekend. So he had met my brother. And so, and I had met him I had seen him at the Cowboy experience, but I didn't really talk to him. And so we had went to the Pro Bowl, and my brother hit me up talking about, hey, my friend James is there. Hook him up. So I was like, okay. So James pulls up with like 6 other people. I'm like, Oh, so we wanted me to get him into the event. So, but we worked it out. We was able to get him and his crew, and I call him his crew. So
You
get him and his
looking out
crew.
for him, and he gonna bring a whole crew with him.
Right.
He brought a whole crew.
That's a rule, man. You don't do that.
Man.
Like, what the world?
Yeah, so for a true fan to get to do anything football or Dallas, oh my God, it's like every time I go to the stadium, and I've been there a lot, it still is like my first time. I'm just like, it's just amazing to me. So to be able to take other people with me for them to get that experience, especially now since when I first got my season tickets, me and Jesus was sitting up, we was talking to each other. We would have a conversation. That's how high I was. Then I was able to move down and be like regular, degular, middle. And now I'm down with, with rubbing elbows with some of the good people.
All right.
Look at you.
So leveled up. You leveled up, James.
I leveled up. So now, since I leveled up, whenever I get the chance, I try to take someone with me to the game that's a true Cowboys fan, that whenever they go to the game, they'll be like, man, that was like the best time ever.
You always feel like you feel. Yeah.
Yeah, my foundation, that's my foundation. It's called My First Game Experience. So I take someone to the game and give them that experience of going to the game and hanging out and walking around the stadium and seeing the players.
Right.
So Therese is doing that at training camp.
Okay.
This year.
Good.
Okay.
So Sharice, give us your Micah's Foundation real quick, so everybody on can support it if they would like to. Just give us a rundown of the foundation, and then Superman, you can give us yours too.
Oh, well, his foundation, the Lionheart Foundation. So his main purpose is try to give back to like a lot of the inner city kids. Like, so this, I think July 15th this year, we'll be going to Harrisburg. He's given a free camp for about 300 kids from around in our surrounding area. Wow. Then after that, he's hosting a community day where he's giving out like book bags and things like that. And then we got free food trucks where we're giving out free food. We're gonna have carnival games and all kind of stuff. And then like around Christmas time, we went to the children's hospital, and we went into the hospitals with the sick kids and giving them gifts. He was dressed up like Santa.
Oh, wow.
And he was giving them gifts. And then like and then we went to the Boys and Girls Club and did that. What else did he do?
Oh my God.
The turkey.
Oh, the turkey drive. He did give out turkeys every year too. Free turkeys to the community.
Awesome. Well, that is so good to hear that you guys are giving back. This group is like that too. They give back every opportunity that we can. Even during the Nationals this year in Ohio, they are doing a big give back on Friday before they even get started. They're going to give back to some kids, and then they'll have their weekend. But it's all about, giving back. Like you said, James, we're fans and we're all blessed to do some things, but it's really about how we give back to someone that's less fortunate.
And then, I think every Thanksgiving too. I don't know if y'all ever saw him on his Twitter. He gives out 4 games tickets to give, basically thanking fans. So he pick a family every Thanksgiving and donate 4 tickets to them for the game.
Oh wow,
oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
God.
And like we said before, James we do a lot of outreach, and our motto is we are not just football. Yeah. So however we can partner, help, assist, if you can get us your contact person for the foundation and what areas you are in. We have people across the country that want to be involved and want to volunteer. So we can so I have V get that information, and however we can assist, to help, partner, whatever, we would love to do that for the both of you.
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And James, tell us about your foundation.
Okay, so my foundation is called My First Game Experience. So back when I was broke and didn't really have a lot of money and couldn't really do a lot, what was my relief was going to the Cowboys game. So I was like, hey, I'm already broke. What are they going to do? They can't take no more than what I don't have. So whenever I would get paid, I would just take money and I would go to the game. So I took about $200. I go buy me a standing room only ticket, and I thought I was doing something being in a standing room only. I bought me a standing room only ticket. I bought me a drink, and I bought me a burger, and then I had to buy gas because I lived in Nacogdoches. So for those 4 hours, that was complete relief, unless we lost, of course, and then that would be bad. But for those 4 hours, it was just a great time and a great feeling for me. So now that I'm in a better position, my foundation is my first game experience. So I want to give someone that's unable to pay for a game and go to a game their first game experience, but at a different level than if they were able to like pay for a game. But
that's awesome.
The bad part about that is I'm doing everything myself. We're working on getting everything up. I just got the bank started so I can start receiving donations so that I can start taking people without having to pay for everything myself, just do a whole lot of different things with them while they're at the game. But I try to give them a great experience for it being their first game instead of it being something sad or something that they had to go through. I want it to be like something very joyous that they'll always remember. Because no matter what game I go to, someone always tells me, "Oh, this is my first game. This is the first time I've ever gone to a game." Or I'll meet someone and they'll say, "I've never been to a Cowboy game." Like I have RV people that have never been to a Cowboy game, and I'm like, I'm gonna make sure I get you guys to a game. I'm gonna figure it out. So
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Get your information to V, and however we can assist, and we'll get in touch with you and let you know what we can do. We're giving away 2 free tickets to an NFL games of the winner's choice. The drawing is July 13th, but we're doing something similar. So definitely love
them
to
Eagle Cowboy games are expensive.
Yeah.
we have a cap. We have a cap, but if they're willing to pay, if they want tickets that cost more than that, we'll give them up to that amount.
Okay. So, I'm about to say, ooh, y'all generous.
Right. So, but yeah, I'd love to hear that you both are giving back and that Micah has a foundation. I love that. But I'm gonna let Star send us off, and thank you both for coming on. Thank you so much. My heart is glad. So nice to meet you. Don't act like when I see y'all now at the game, y'all be like, who are you?
Oh no. Look, I'm friendly. I'm friendly, and that's Chatty Cathy. So when she knows you, she's Chatty Cathy. Yeah, she gonna talk to you now. That's Chatty Cathy.
I'm turning it over to you.
All right. Well, like Susan said, thank you both. We're honored to have both of you here. We will be, another time for another topic, especially you, Cherie. We have so many things we do with women and different foundations, different, all kind of women stuff that we talk about. So we would love to have you back another time when we have other NFL moms on here telling their stories. So now I know how to get in touch with you, reach out to you. Also, James, I know your wife, breast cancer was dear to you. And so we'll be doing some of that in October. So maybe we'll come back and let you share your story about her journey, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Yes, thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you both.
All right.
Enjoy your time. Thank you. Bye, James.
All right. Bye. Good night.
Good night.